Hey everyone, this is Dr. Erin Harris, Harris Internal Medicine. So coming to you again with my video vlog for vitiligo. You guys can see that I have progressed significantly just by not me even saying anything. It's been 2 weeks since my last video, and I had definitely filled in significantly. So let's start off with the up close portion of the video. So you guys can see that, wow, I can't, sometimes I have to go back and I have to look at videos from January and see how much I filled in. I didn't realize I was going to fill in this quickly. Honestly, I have to be honest with you guys. I just didn't realize that I was going to fill in this quickly. So let's see. This portion of my face, if you guys remember, I think I had white spots even all the way. I think my white spots kind of, yeah, it started there. It kind of went, if you guys can kind of see the outline, it started there. And so I had white all the way there, and I had white all the way here. And it's filled in from all the way in to that space. My nose was white, and so my nose is almost filled in. These spaces are getting larger. The spaces on my chin is getting smaller. My forehead was completely white. Like I just had a little thing that looked like a little hook. It looked like a little fish hook. And it just kind of came down this way. And that's gone. And most of my forehead is going to be filled in. I assume I probably will be filled in on my face probably by the end of the month or maybe by May or so. So I is doing very, very well. I'll just leave my glasses off. So yeah, so excited about that. That's very exciting. So the last time I talked to we guys, we talked about we talked about ultraviolet light therapy or UVB light therapy, specifically narrow band UVB light therapy. So today I wanted to go ahead and still talk about treatment. I want to talk about the most important treatment that you can actually do, which is lifestyle management. And you guys have heard me talk about UV light therapy. You've heard me talk about autoimmune protocol. You heard me talk about nutrient supplements. But I really, honestly, I feel like lifestyle treatment or lifestyle change with the autoimmune protocol is really the most important thing that you can do to reverse things on the molecular level, along with nutrient supplements, because there are a lot of things that happen with vitiligo that happen on a molecular level. So the whole reason vitiligo happens, if you guys haven't been watching my videos all along, is that there either is an attack by our immune system, which makes it an autoimmune disorder. Mainly you're seeing the most common vitiligos, which they call non-segmental vitiligos, which you kind of see a mirror on both sides. You can actually see my face is mirrored. See, you can go down and it's kind of mirrored on both sides. If you saw it before, you would it looked basically the same on both sides. And then you have the segmental that's you kind of see in one spot or the other spot on one side of the body. But either way, there's something, a molecular problem going on in the skin or the top part of the skin, the epidermis of the skin, that's causing the problem. It could be neurologic, it could be neurotoxicity, it could be some toxic chemicals coming from the neurologic system, or it could be autoimmune, but there's a lot of different things that go on, and the best way, honestly, to fight that is giving your body what it needs to reverse the chemical reaction that's going on, and put things in place. So I'll talk more about supplements later on, but today I definitely want to talk about the autoimmune protocol. And everybody's like, what is that? What is she talking about? What is the autoimmune protocol? So the autoimmune protocol is basically a food plan. You guys know that I've kind of told you that I'm planning on being certified in functional medicine. I may give a talk a little bit later on that. But functional medicine basically gets to the root of the problem and treats the root of a problem, instead of treating your disease. Instead of just giving you medications for your disease, functional medicine tries to get at the root of the problem. One of the roots of the problem with autoimmune disease is something going with the immune system. And so one of the protocols that they have is what we call in functional medicine, or the is an autoimmune protocol or a renewed food plan. And it basically takes out a lot of foods in your diet that tend to be very inflammatory. So it takes out a lot of highly inflammatory foods in your diet. And so it's a pretty strict diet. I don't tend to stick to it as strict as a renewed food plan. And I tend to go more paleo with it. But I do try to stick to it as much as possible. There are times when I cheat, and then and I'm being honest with you guys, I'll just kind of cheat for about a week or two, and I'm like, you know what? I feel bad. I feel horrible. My body is not responding the way it should. Let me go back to where I was and let me do what I was doing previously. And so the the autoimmune protocol basically consists of mainly no dairy, because a lot of people tend to have a lot of dairy food intolerances, a lot of dairy food allergies. It doesn't consist of a lot of grains, which goes along with the whole paleo concept of it, and mainly no processed foods and no sugar. Sugar was hard for me because I was a sugaraholic. I used to tell people, if there was a sugaraholic, a sugaraholics, an anonymous, I don't know why I can't talk today, but if there was a AA meeting for sugar addicts, I would be in the chair. So I really would be like, hi, my name is Dr. Erin Harris, and I'm addicted to sugar. I love cinnamon rolls and cinnamon buns, and I had a hard time walking past a cinnamon roll place and not getting a cinnamon roll. I mean, I would really, I was very addicted to sugar, and that was a very hard thing to kick. And sugar addiction is a serious, is a real addiction. And once you eat a lot of sugar, you want more sugar, and sugar does a lot of immune modulation. It's very pro-inflammatory, and so that's why you have to take sugar out of your diet when you're following the autoimmune protocol. So the other thing is not just taking things out of your diet, but you're also putting a lot of good things in. You're eating a lot of good, healthy vegetables. With you taking the grains out, you're taking a lot of the carbs out, but you're also taking a lot of the starchy vegetables out, like corn and wheat and, well, those are not vegetables, but corn and potatoes, sorry. Corn and potatoes, sometimes sweet potatoes. Paleo tends to include a lot of sweet potatoes in there, but you're adding a lot of good vegetables in, like your green leafy vegetables and your cruciferous vegetables, which are like broccoli and cauliflower, all your sulfur vegetables like your garlic and leeks and onions and things like that are great for your immune system. Adding in things that are high in antioxidants like berries, good fruits. Things that are high in sugar, fruits that are high in sugar, I tend to stay away from, like bananas and mangoes, but I definitely stick to things that are high in antioxidants like vitamin C, large amount of vitamin C, such as kiwi, and things, strawberries, berries, raspberries, blueberries, things like that. And also the main thing is also eating the rainbow. So make sure you're getting a lot of good food groups that represent the rainbows: green, yellows, orange, white, blues, purples, blackberries are really great for you. So the other thing that you want to also include, now, some of you may be vegan, but you want to make sure that you're getting a very good protein source. I am not vegan, but I would like to make sure that my beef and chicken is not necessarily coming from a poor source. If I don't have availability for organic or grass-fed beef, then I try to get a very high quality beef instead. And if I get fish, I don't like to get farm raised fish. I try to do a sustainable wild caught fish, but I usually try to make sure this it is wild caught and not farm raised. And the reason because sometimes a lot of farm raised fish get a lot of corn and the things that are I am intolerant to, the fish is eating, and so whatever the fish is eating, I eat. And also, I tend to do a lot of kind of nut milks instead of milks. I don't have a milk allergy. I don't have a milk intolerance, but I tend to stay away from that. So you hear me talk about a lot of I don't tolerate this or tolerate that. I actually did a food intolerance test which showed that I had some significant food intolerances. They're not necessarily allergies where if you eat the food you become red and your face blows up or you have facial swelling or something like that, but you will develop GI symptoms, GI disturbances, foggy brain, fatigue, achy muscles, achy joints. So if I tend to eat a lot of those things, like corn is a big one with me, wheat is gluten, and it is one with me. Wheat and gluten tends to be really high. Have a lot of people with autoimmune tend to have intolerances that, and I can't remember some of the other ones that I had intolerance to, but I tend to kind of cut the foods out of my diet that I'm intolerant to and just stick to some, good, healthy, non-processed, low sugar foods. Also making sure you get a good amount of probiotics in your diet in order to support your gut, and also make sure you get a good amount of fish oils like omega-3s and omega-3s, I think DHA and EPAs, to make sure that you are supporting your immune system, which helps decrease your the inflammation and the main cause of inflammation in your body. So I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about what an autoimmune protocol is, like I said, again, people with autoimmune disorders or disease tend to stick to paleo or the autoimmune protocol. It's really easy just to Google it. If you can Google that and see, there may be some misinformation. Sometimes they may just be a little bit strict. And I'm not necessarily telling you have to, there's sometimes where I just go off and I really want to eat a biscuit, or there's sometimes I just really want something, but pretty much you should pretty much stick to it. Also, I forgot caffeine. Caffeine is better for you to do green tea rather than coffee, but that could be you either up or down. I tend to, if I just need a nice cup of coffee, I'll go ahead and do it. So I guess if you guys have any comments, you definitely can comment below. I fixed it. I'm not going to tell my age, but I'm older than most kids who are doing YouTubing. Like my daughter, she swears she's going to grow up to be a YouTuber, and she knows more about YouTube than I did. And I didn't realize how to fix where you can guys can put comments below. So if you have any questions about the autoimmune protocols, just comment. Comment below, and I can hopefully answer some of your comments that you have or questions that you have. And also, if you want to subscribe to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and see my progress. And see next week. Hopefully, most of this will be filled in even more. And so we'll definitely see them. We can start to see progress on my arms too. I don't know. You see little dots on my arms. See that? That's cool. So you guys, I'll see you next week. And I'm so excited about how this is going. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys. Bye.